Hello and welcome back to Everybody Loves Raiken, our 5th edition D&D weekly game session. Last time, the party, the Voice of Change, has been making their way through the Underdark with the help of a deep gnome named Chult, who admitted to trying to lead them into a very dangerous place after the paladin Raiken healed him of wounds he sustained during this ploy, and thereafter told them he would be not doing that as thanks for saving him. However, he has warned them that in spite of his best efforts, he will have to take them into dangerous tunnels, and will warn them ahead of time. And this is one such occasion. As he said, they're getting closer to Umberlight, the city of Drow that the party is seeking in hopes of making friends with the leadership there and obtaining the dragon scale, the Shield of Bahamut, to use in the war against the chromatic dragons, namely Bala, the green dragon. And as we ended last session, we were in the middle of combat, as the party had become aware through their very, very perceptive rogue Vendar that there was a patrol heading directly toward them. They hid, and a very skilled, possibly magical, Drow soldier found them in their hiding place and began to attack them with magic darkness, and he was followed up shortly thereafter by a pair of Driders. And so we will jump back into that combat. We left off with Laromendis just as the Drow soldier had managed to get enough shadow to teleport away. And Laromendis was planning what he would do with his turn. So let me get the good music going here. Get the battle music going here.
Very odd.
What's very odd?
It had rhythm set up to 100% for me for some reason.
That is very odd. I'm sorry that happened. Okay. So, get back in the mood here. Laromendis, you have managed to take a peek from down behind Leah and approximately spot where he is making his escape into the tunnel. And you know that you can use your dimension door if that is what you want.
Okay. So Laromendis will telepath. We cannot let him get away. Raiken, let's go. And then there is an arm on Raiken's shoulder. And
Is that Yuki Kaze, actually?
You mean Yuki Kaze.
He means Raiken.
no, I do mean Raiken.
Okay.
I was, the icon was in the wrong place.
True. So, just a quick recap. He had moved down here to try and spot the enemy's movement, looking for where the light ended and the shadow began, knowing that is where his enemy would be fleeing, and then he moved up behind Raiken, where he could actually see some squares over there.
So I dimension door, such that Raiken is adjacent to the chap, and I am adjacent to him as far away as possible from the chap. So, still being adjacent because I believe I have to be.
Right, you don't have to see squares, so you can estimate distance. Given that you're using Dimension Door, so... I guess you want to tell me how many feet you're gonna go.
I want to go so that Raiken is one north of him, and I am one west of Raiken.
Okay. Based on what you were able to visualize of the area, we will say that looks like... this?
Yeah. And I will then use... I assume that Raiken was willing.
Yes, I'd also like to say that I imagine this to be like when Doctor Strange teleported Thor in Thor Ragnarok. It's like, oh god!
We're going. You sort of spill your beer a little.
Yeah.
Didn't even know he had one.
Yeah, it was just that good.
The dimension door pulled a beer into his hand such that it would spill. I will then use my reaction to make Ash begin shedding sunlight.
You are very rude.
I don't remember what the radius of that was.
It's 2040. It's 20 and 20.
And where it is, there it is.
I like that. Now, bear in mind that most of this light is blocked from you guys by the stalactites and the spiders, but, you know, you see that there is a brilliance over there that is casting these harsh shadows now into the cave.
I believe I have used all of my movement.
You had been here...
To...
5, 10, 15, 20. I mean, at best, you have 10 feet of walking left.
Would be enough to get me out of the ability to be walked to and then hit by him.
Do you believe that you have 10 feet left?
I think that with my original plan of figuring out where he was, used up at least 25 as one,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. So I would have one square left if I had grabbed Raiken one north of Leah, and none if I had moved up to the square that
What's between the two Dragonborn?
Yeah, between the two Dragonborn. So I will stay here.
Okay. I was under the impression that you had moved between the Dragonborn because you were trying to get a visualization of that area as best you could.
I think I had done that. I know I had moved there first initially because it was the closer.
Right.
Square.
And found that there was
And it
just too
seemed
much blocking the
reasonable.
way.
Yeah, it seems reasonable for me to have moved back there
Okay.
to get a better eye on it.
It sounds like, you know, having one square is also reasonable, so...
I don't think with one square there's anywhere in particular that I would want to go. So I am... Because I like having a bit more of the angle into the hallway that he could run down.
And remember that you have raries up, so you can consult with your team for strategy. In other words, you could ask Raiken if there's any protection he offers by standing next to him as opposed to one away. Who knows, he might have Shield Master.
I don't have Shield Master.
Either way, I think that this is the best spot for me to be in, even if I did have 5 feet of movement. So I believe I've used my action, my reaction,
Yes.
my movement action,
Yes.
and I don't believe I have done anything that would allow me to have a bonus action. So that is my turn.
Okay. Be aware that your reaction is spent until the start of your next turn. Alright, so... For the rest of you who are in this area, which the ones who will care are Leah, Jebel, and Yukikaze, Laromendis scrabbled about a bit, then grabbed Raiken after shouting in your minds that you can't let this guy escape, and they both vanished. And moments later, you saw this brilliant flash that's now casting these harsh rays of what look to be sunlight from among the stalactites over here. Alright. After Laromendis, it is Leah's turn.
Yes. Did I attack this guy with Hex earlier? I can't remember if my Hex is moved to him or if it's still on a dead target.
I don't have it on him, so I think it hasn't been moved yet. We're gonna just respect the markers that are up. If I forgot it, I'm sorry, but we'll just say that you haven't moved it from a dead person yet.
Yeah, and I guess I'm gonna put Hex on him. Set ability to dexterity.
This guy here? The Drow?
Yeah. So in case he tries on an acrobatic or something like that to escape quicker or something, then he's gonna have disadvantage on that. That is a little meta. I mean, in Leah's mind, it's like, yeah, dexterity makes him less likely to escape. Just like, let's make this guy stumbly.
And that is just ability checks, right?
Yeah. So they will count for skills, any ability check, but not saves and attacks.
Okay. You know that, oh, Jebel, did you say you were bloodied?
Yes.
But I'm gonna...
There's now a little red dot there, and your friend over here is down on the ground and motionless.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't have anything to help them, so I'm gonna do what I can, and that is to Eldritch Blast this dude. Can I Eldritch Blast this dude? The spiders are in the way.
The spiders are in the way, but you can. There's just enough of a view from where you're standing that you can hit him.
Okay.
You probably have cover.
Oh, that's right. You don't have spell sniper. Yeah, at least 3/4 cover.
Worth it. He needs to go. Remind me how the cover work. Is that a...
It's just gonna add to his AC.
Ah, okay. And I guess you check all of that.
You...
Let's see. That's 28 for the first.
Hold where I have the this guy's stats. Yep, that'll still hit.
Yeah. That's the wrong kind of D10, but whatever. Six. It's 4. No, it's +5 now, so it's 11 points of force and 6 points of necrotic.
Alright, so 17 total.
Yes. Well, I have a feeling there was something else that also added, but I can't remember what it was. Was it the weapon I had?
I mean, you have, it's a D10 plus a D6 plus, I think, 7.
Ah, okay, then it's 2 more to the force. Yeah, the weapon adds 2. Okay, second last. It's 27. Keep rolling well so far.
Yep,
Knock on
that'll
wood.
hit.
Okay. 9 points of force and 5 points of necrotic.
Alrighty. Still up.
Um, 26.
Yep, that'll hit. Should probably get a different die.
No, I like this die. 15 points of force and 3 points of necrotic. That dice decreased with 1 point each roll. That's ridiculous. It was like 17, 16, 15 on the die.
Good stuff.
If it keeps going that way, I mean, at the end of the combat, I'm not gonna hit anymore. But yeah, that is
Moving
that is
or doing anything else?
No, I'm not doing anything else.
Alright, Jebel.
Yep. Just do this. What does the have these two, any of these two riders actually been attacked yet?
Yeah. They have gone. One of them started casting a spell and then stopped, and
No,
then the other
being
one...
attacked.
No. They have not.
Okay, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on Cyrus.
So you're gonna move up to him and do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's 18 hit points restored.
Cool.
Alright, anything else?
Let's see, where am I? What size? The orange thing to my top left. Right, that's a...
Stalagmite. It's a big rock jutting out of the ground.
Right. Just one second.
Spiky, conical.
Yeah,
Wet.
I just want to check. Here. One thing I just want to check. I'm going to... I think I'll move one more to the left.
Here.
South of Cyrus. Yep.
Okay. And after you do that... That if I just forgot to put in the loop command. I did.
Dang that loop.
Okay. So, after that it becomes Raiken's turn. Raiken, you have been grabbed by Laromendis and teleported to this location where he caused his artifact Ash to begin shedding daylight, and you now see this end of the tunnel lit with bright light. There are stalagmites out of the ground. You can see that there is this pathway to the south that continues on that way. And you can see that you are directly next to your quarry. Just as you appear, he is struck with 3 bolts of force and necrotic energy. He is looking quite harmed.
Quite hard.
Harmed?
Oh, I thought you were just saying hurt, but heart.
Hurt. He's white.
And then, because of the light, do I have advantage on him or
No.
something? No.
He
Okay.
has disadvantage.
Oh, he is. Well, so basically it makes it equal, because I have fairy fire on me. Then Raiken wants to make sure that he can't escape in case he lives through his attack. So Raiken is going to use the power of his armor to target the Drow, and so now the Drow must use any movement to get closer to him from when he first started, which he doesn't have any problem with that. And he must make all attacks towards him or get deal damage.
Okay. As you activate the power of the armor, you find that you are surrounded in a glowing silvery light, and you find that even though it is not entirely of your will, for you find that it is not exactly how you would have done it, you find that your arm raises and points directly at him, and in a voice that you don't recognize as your own, you command him to stand and fight you for honor and glory.
Oh, Cord.
Laromendis, you do see that Raiken's form crackles with lightning as he says this. And he seems to say it in every language simultaneously.
That's Raiken's action, so that's all he's going to do then.
Okay. Do that. After Raiken, it becomes Yukikaze's turn.
So Yukikaze is gonna draw a key since he already has Hiryu in his hand and just proceed to the first enemy.
Alright, 25 feet will get you directly through the orb of light created by Jebel and up to the Drider.
Alright. And then I'm just gonna start swinging away. Because I don't think, yeah, pushing through these guys would probably not be a good idea. Hiryu is 8. Yeah, I missed.
Okay.
Because 11,
That misses. Second attack.
it's about the same.
Third attack.
Third attack will hit. That's 28.
That'll hit.
Six slashing. Magic. It'll be magical slashing.
6 magical slashing damage. Okay.
And then my fourth would be an 18.
18 will miss.
Alrighty. And that'll be it. Well, actually, yeah, that'll be it for now. Let me just see. It's a pinch.
Do you have an offhand attack with Key?
That was the fourth hit was key.
Oh, you're right. That was a miss. Sorry. Forgot. Okay. Anything else, or are you done?
Nope, I'm gonna reserve everything else.
Alright, Vendar, you are in your tunnel.
Okay. I'm going to... Can I go to the edge of the tunnel and roll hide and then shoot from there?
You may try to do that.
Wait, are those orange things? What are the orange things?
They are stalagmites.
Can I see through them?
You
Or
cannot
they're
see
in the
through a
forest
stalagmite, no. This orange thing here is an orb of light. It's creating
Oh, okay. So I can see through that.
bright light. You can see through it, but it's definitely, like... It doesn't say anywhere in the book that it mechanically interferes with you, so I guess it doesn't. But there is just an orb of bright light between you and them.
Can I see the Drider?
Yes. Because of Sharpshooter, you can ignore the cover that your ally's providing.
Okay. Then I'm gonna roll hide.
Yeah.
$23, I believe. Yes, 23.
Okay. You may roll with advantage.
Alright. And I am gonna use poison. But I'm not gonna use sharpshooter. I'm just gonna...
Okay.
So 19.
Hits.
Oh, just barely got a 9 and a 10. I think I didn't use sharpshooter.
Good call.
Okay. So it's got a DC 19 con save.
Which it just barely doesn't make.
Ooh, goody. Gotta make some room for all the dice. It's my favorite part. Alright. So that's 29 fire damage.
Okay.
And 46 poison damage.
46 poison damage. Okay. Raiken, Yukikaze, you're going to see, and feel as a bolt of pure fire, rushes right past your head and strikes into the chest of this half-spider, half-drow woman in front of you, and you're going to watch as the purple flames whirl over the scale armor she's wearing and burn her to her flesh. You will also see as the effect of purple worm poison takes hold on her, and she begins to bleed from her face. She screams in pain.
I want to like cringe, but then yell, "Nice hit!"
Anything else for you, Vendar?
Nope, I'll just stay here.
Okay. Then, on her turn, in spite of the bow she's holding in her right hand, she's going to draw a silver longsword with her left hand. And she's going to attempt to hit you with it, Yukikaze. You will need to make a strength check. You may use athletics.
Ready? Uh, 20.
She also got a 20. Roll again.
You bugger.
I don't want to be mean, but don't ties usually go to the attacker in D&D?
I mean, it's an opposed thing, so with those I usually roll tiebreakers, but if you want to do it that way, we can. It means she wins.
I think she'll win anyways, because I just got a 14, unless no, that's a save. This isn't a save, this is a check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I got 14.
Alright, well, on my reroll, she got a 21. She rolled one higher. So she's going to push you back 5 feet as she strikes you with the broadside of the sword and throws her entire spider body weight into it. She's then going to close the distance again and sneer down at your prone friend.
I thought a third one showed up there before I realized you were just hovering over it. Because it caused another symbol down on the corner. I was like, oh no, not another one.
So, Cyrus.
So how dead am I? Very dead or somewhat dead?
I don't know. Does a 21 hit you?
Yes, a 21 will hit me.
Okay, that is going to be 7 points of non-magical slashing damage.
Uh-huh. And the poison?
Nope, it just says, or 8 points of non-magical slashing damage if she used 2 hands, which she didn't.
Ah. Well, how kind.
But she gets to attack again.
Of course.
And that's going to be even higher, so she hits again. And so take another 7 points.
Well, I'm still alive. Barely.
That's all she's got.
And now the poison.
Some of the goo drips off.
Yeah.
Gets in your wound.
The other is going to attack Jebel with her bow and arrow, as he is fairy fired. And that will be a 19 to hit.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have shield stored in my staff, which
Mhm.
has a casting time of a reaction.
Mhm.
Can I use reactions to cast those spells?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast shield.
Okay. As long as you have not used your reaction, then you may do that. I don't think you used your reaction for anything else.
No, there's last thing I did was to cast a healing spell on Cyrus.
Okay, so do you have better than a 19 for AC with shield on?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then she's going to shoot again. And that is going to be a 24.
But it's yeah, with shield, I think I'll go up to 23. So
Okay, so 24 will still hit. And that will be 7 points of non-magical piercing damage. And then an additional 4 points of poison damage.
okay.
And she will attack her final time. And... nah, she'll keep attacking. 25.
Okay.
So that is, once more, 7 points of non-magical piercing, and 4 points of poison. And she's going to squeeze her way down here. Yeah.
Tall are these caverns? These tunnels
It's
are-
it's like a 15-foot, circle. Yeah. So 15
Okay.
feet wide, 15 feet tall, rounded edges. Okay. And finally this guy. Right, I have one more guy to control. He is compelled to fight. So he is going to fight. There he is. Okay, yep, no, that's going to help. Yeah, sorry, just trying to make sure everything kind of makes sense. noticing something that I'll have to put some thought into later. So he is going to attack with his sword, which you can see, Raiken, is a silvery longsword, not unlike other Drow blades you've seen in previous fights. However, his seems to have this coil of dark mist wrapped around it that dances with it as he swings it. And that is going to be, I think, a 24. Yes, a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. You are going to take 8 points of non-magical piercing damage, 10 points of necrotic damage, and 10 points of poison damage. 28 points of damage. And for the barest moment, you're going to see the dark mist around the sword leap off and try to form an area of darkness next to you, which is immediately eradicated by the light spell. He then attacks again. And misses.
Haha.
And he will move here. And then it becomes Cyrus' turn.
I'm alive! For now.
Do you say that out loud?
No, I think it loudly.
Which means we all hear it.
Sure. I'm going to bonus action cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
At the Drider. I will, of course, get up first.
I was gonna say, otherwise you're gonna be at disadvantage.
Alright, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'm pretty sure I missed, but let's find out. 16.
Miss.
Alright. What am I
One of
gonna-
her hairy spider legs intercepts you and, like, open palm hits your arm and knocks it off course so you do not touch her.
I could try that again. That. Can I roll to know if these things have any form of blind sight? Or something like that that would see through my mirror image?
The mirror image that isn't currently up.
That isn't currently, but I'm thinking about casting.
Oh, okay. You've not fought them with this party. It's possible you've rolled Arcana.
Okay. Regular or disadvantage?
Actually, roll Religion. Religion makes more sense. And regular.
Okay. That's a yield 10.
Okay, you have... You're not sure. They're kind of insectoids, so they might.
Yeah,
As you know, a lot of the bug-type monsters have it.
As the desert well showed me, not to mention we're in the Underdark, where, you know, the ability to see in pitch black is almost mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that that would not work and just get me killed.
Mhm.
So this leaves two options. Try and use my new ability, so I at least get to try it before I die, or try and use Shocking Grasp. Just give myself one more shot to run away. Because I need some distance. Let's go with Shocking Grasp one more time. It's to hit higher.
Okay.
Okay. Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Awesome. So they cannot use reactions, and they'll take 3d8s of lightning damage. Where are my d8s? There. So please take 24 points of lightning damage.
You maximize.
Close. Yeah, I forgot to say that I would get the +2 damage bonus from the sword as well.
I see.
So I rolled an 8, a 6, and an 8 in that order.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
And with that, I'd like to move one space down to the right, and then back one space to the right. So basically at the right in front of Leah to get some distance between me and this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd love to move more, but standing up took the rest.
Laromendis.
I am going to telepath to the group. Do we want him contained, or do we think that we can take him down?
I think I can take anyone down.
You're glowing very much. Laromendis believes you. Disadvantage sucks. Because I do not have Shocking Grasp.
It's a great spell. You should look into it.
It's a cantrip, and so I can't. I don't gain another cantrip.
I don't think this one can be reasoned with.
I hope he can be reasoned with. I'm going to cast Chill Touch on him. Disadvantage. That's probably gonna miss because I got a 14.
14, you say?
It's a 9 and a 5 on die.
A 14 will miss. While he is focusing heavily on Raiken, he is still aware of your presence and is able to knock your ghostly hand out of the air with his blade.
It loses a finger before it disappears.
It's the middle finger.
It was flipping him off as it, obviously missed. And then it got
He just sliced it off, no.
I believe that will be me.
Okay. Leah.
Let's see.
You can see the spider.
The spider.
The spider.
I can't see the older dude.
Nope. You have no line of sight to any other targets. You can see this spider, the one right in front of your dad.
Oh, there's stalactites.
Not your dad. You're right in front of Hikikaze. Your dad's over there. You can't see your dad.
So he's in front. So it's in front of her other dad. Got it.
I guess. I don't think Yukikaze has ever declared that that's a circumstance he wants.
No. Fine then. Spider this. No, but Drider.
Mm-hmm. You are aware that your previous Hex target has not died, so you cannot move Hex.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if I have something I can do that is not... No, okay, I'm just gonna just blast him. Over her. I mean, no Driders are male, so. Eldritch
Well,
Blast, the
Driders are
Drider.
female.
I said no Driders are male.
Oh. It sounded like you said all. I'm like, that's
No.
that's patently incorrect.
Yeah, let's see. 26.
Are you rolling with advantage?
No, that was a 15 on the die.
Okay, you hit.
I mean, this is the same die that didn't roll about 10 once last time.
Hmm.
Let's say. It's catching up. Well, not the D6 this time. 14 points of force damage.
Okay.
Second blasts. 19.
Okay.
I accidentally rolled the D6 as well, that doesn't count. 9 points of force damage.
Okay.
And last blast, same as first roll, 26.
Okay.
Uh, 13 points of force.
Okay. He's bloodied.
Yeah. Now, I like this wand. This wand made it better for me to actually deal some damage. Since now I don't need to rely on my D10 rolling above 5. Which it very often doesn't. It did now though. 2 other times.
Alright, so that makes it clearly Jebel's turn.
Right. I'm going to wild shape into an earth elemental.
Okay.
A bonus action.
You do so. You didn't use wild shape at all in the first fight, right?
Nope.
Okay.
So, yes, you have to mark off that I've used my wild shape. How much movement? Because this is unworked stone in the cavern. It's a
Really
natural-
good question. It's not a natural cave formation. It was dug. Just not by a humanoid. I think that means it's worked. Let me see. I am not seeing anything addressing this in the first few results. Give me a definition for workstone. Yeah, this is fun. Some people are arguing it has to be done by an intelligent creature. I think for now we'll say it's unworked. Okay.
Okay.
There just isn't enough, evidence to the contrary. Like, it's
Yeah,
definitely
there
a tunnel
are...
that was dug out, but, like, it's a natural cave. Like, caves are almost universally affectable, and there's any number of ways to form a cave.
Yeah.
What would you like to do, now that you can, earth glide?
I have 30 feet of feet of movement.
Indeed.
How much movement would be required to earth glide above her and then drop out?
Like 20, I suppose, since you kind of have to, like, go partway into the stone and then go up and around and then fall. I will tell you that because of her size and your size, you're not going to be able to really do much damage to her because you're going to have no measurable falling distance between when you leave the stone ceiling and when you hit her. Like, there's only 5 feet of air gap between her head and the ceiling, which is enough for a medium creature. You're a large creature, so like if you were fully extruded on the ceiling and she's standing on the ground, you already overlap by 5 feet.
And would anything actually happen? Because, like, would I...
You'd have to choose a square, or a set of squares, in your case, adjacent to her, to then begin occupying after you fell upon her. I would give you, just because of your size and weight, 10 feet of falling damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not going to be much.
That's better than no feet.
Okay.
Take what I can get.
And then after that, I don't know, you're gonna have to select a place to occupy. You could be here or here, because of your earthen form. You know, you can be partially in the stone. I think that's okay. You're just considered still earth gliding. I don't think it... Yeah, or you could be, like, over here. So that wherever you go, you've got one square embedded in stone, basically.
Yeah.
So
Works for me.
Which would you want? Here, here, or here, or here?
Goes immediately behind her.
Right here. Okay. You go into the ceiling, fall out of it, onto her. She takes 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Alright, and you still have an action. I assume you're going to slam.
Twice. That is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
And 15 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And... So, come back here. 25 again. And that one is 10 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Rolling 2 17s in a row is pretty impressive.
Yeah. And 2 different die.
Alrighty. Raiken!
I'm going to end there.
Okay. Raiken, you're up.
It's time for Raiken to attack. Ah, 24.
That'll hit.
Alright. And that means Raiken will smiteth.
Alright. Your weapon electrifies with the lightning power of your god as you bring the axe down upon him.
Okay. Okay, first, the non-smite damage is 11 points of non-magical silvered slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now for the smite. Right. Where is it again? Okay. So 3. Yeah, because I'm doing level 1. And my smite damage is 18 points of radiant damage.
Line, how would you like to do this?
I think I'm going to... Raiken's going to cleave his battle axe into his shoulder, between his shoulder and his neck, and then just the power of the smite is going to just cleave right through him in half.
there is a horrible, wrenching noise as the armor and flesh and bone and sinew separates around your blade. And for a bare moment, you know, his legs, torso, and one arm with his sword in hand are still standing there in a fighting pose before they just tilt back and crumple to the ground. His head and torso, you know, the other half of his torso and his other arm tumble through the air, landing a few feet away in a nightmarish splat as the ground between the two halves becomes slick with blood.
Sorry, Laromendis. And after that, I will use a bonus. Well, oh no, I guess I have to wait until my next turn to do that. So Raiken still has an attack, so he's going to go attack the Strider that's below him, though.
Okay. She's just squeezed out into here and took a look back, see if there were any good targets for her to shoot with her arrows. And she looks up in time to see you charging at her, covered in her ally's blood.
24 again.
That'll hit.
Okay. Alright. This time's just normal. And I've got... 9 points of non-magical silvered slashing.
Mm-hmm.
And 6 radiant from my improved divine smite.
Okay. This is the first damage she has taken, and she growls at you in Undercommon, saying, "You will not deny me my redemption!"
That's too bad.
You respond in Undercommon?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he says it just in normal common. He's not thinking about using Undercommon.
Okay. He just glares at you. Uncomprehendingly. Vendar! Oh, we were here.
It's Yukikaze.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Yukikaze.
Oh, I'm just so forgettable.
I got the 2 Dragonborn
Yeah,
names that I always mix up right on top of
We
each
just
other.
had one Dragonborn that's basically like both Dragonborn.
Jeez. Alright, yeah, just gonna swing at the one in front of me.
They are very hurt.
Doesn't mean I won't hit him, or I'll hit him. Oh wow, actually I might. 28.
Yeah.
And wait, that's 6. 6. Okay. So 11 magical slashing.
Okay.
And then 26 to hit for the next hit.
Yeah.
And that will be 10 magical slashing.
Okay. How do you want to do it?
What?
They die.
Oh. How do I want to do it? Let's just say it was a clean hit to the neck and off with their head.
Swinging high, you swing Hideo, and it cleaves through, sending her head tumbling through the air as this white flash that quickly becomes stained red as it strikes the ground, and the spider legs buckle and collapse, allowing the large spider body to hit the ground as blood pours from the neck toward you. You have movement and 2 attacks.
That is definitely more than 30. So I'll move toward... I can't double move because I attacked, so we'll move my max distance down below Jebel. Oh, that... okay. Wherever max is down there, yeah. Although... yeah, I'll do that. I will expend a superiority dice to do a lunge attack.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
You don't need to. But you can if you want.
Well, I'm out of 5 feet. I can't swing, right?
No, the only thing that's going on here is that there's a corner between you. So she's getting a little bit of cover from that. That's it.
Yeah,
Still attack.
I'll hold then. Yeah, it's a good point. Alright, I'm good then.
You're not going to. You still have. You can use up to 2 attacks. She's in range. You don't have to. I'm just saying you don't have to use lunging attack to hit her. You can hit her.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure with the corner and whatnot.
No.
That dice just flew out of there. And it misses, because that is no way going to work with an 11. And then Key will hit with a 22.
22 will hit.
Alright, so Key will hit there. That's a d6, not a d8 for that. 2 plus... Key. There it is. 7 magical piercing.
7 magical piercing. Okay.
Alright, and that will end my turn then.
Okay. Leave. That means it is now Bendar's turn.
Okay, my turn. So that trader's dead.
Yep, you can't see any enemies from where you are.
So I'm going to move forward.
No living ones. Alright.
I'll
So
move
with
along
30
the
feet
wall.
of movement along the wall would put you right in front of Chult, who's still laying on the ground. You can hear him trying to make his breathing as quiet as he can.
Do I see the other Drider from here?
There's kind of a lot of stuff between you.
Yeah, there's a big old rock between me and him.
There's a big old rock, there's your buddy, and then there's just this dead body, which is crumpled on the ground, just as another obstacle.
When Driders die, do they land on their back and their legs curl up underneath them?
No. I mean, they could. It depends on how they die. This one didn't.
Okay. So, can I move through Jebel?
You can, but it's difficult terrain. So that would be, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, which is farther than you can move. Alternatively, you could go 5, 10, 15, 25, 30 and get here.
I could get there?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I guess we'll get there and take a shot at her.
Okay, so you're using your cunning action to dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are my allies considered adjacent?
Yes.
Okay. So I suppose I'll use poison, but not sharpshooting.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 20 to hit. Oh, no, wait, a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright. Time to roll all the dice again. Oh, yeah. DC 19 con save.
They're just not allowed to make this con save.
Good, good.
You guys see a streak of purple fire flash across your vision and strike the Drider.
It's 38 fire damage.
Okay.
And 38 poison damage.
Good hit. Bloodied. Alright. After Vendar, the bad guy's turn. He is going to try to attack Raiken with a sword that she pulls out. That will miss. That will also miss. And then she will crit with a bite.
Yeah.
A critical bite deals 4 points of non-magical piercing damage. And 18 points of poison damage.
It stinks for her.
And she's going to try to move away. Now, was your reaction already spent, or do you still have it?
I still have it.
Then you may make an attack of opportunity. Yukikaze?
I only got a 17.
I will miss.
Oh. Sorry, I had to sneeze real quick. 21? Or was that Raiken that you talk about?
No, yeah.
21.
21 will hit. You do not have Sentinel, right?
No.
Okay. So what's the damage?
13.
13. Okay. There. You know what? Fuck it. Why not just connect the... I don't remember quite which purple it is. I find it. There we go. They have more options than just straight tunnels. Okay. So, after the old guy, becomes Cyrus' turn.
Alright. Am I aware that the other one just ran off?
No.
Alright. Then I am going to message my team. Is that all of them?
Still one.
Can you get it?
Gonna try.
Where?
South of me.
I'd like to move to one. I'd like to dash and move to one square to the left of Gikaze.
Okay.
And do I have any type of line of sight?
Yep. Barely. Do you
Well,
have,
but it's just-
do you
Yep,
have,
I have spell sniper.
Okay.
Have any easy way to stop them? I don't think I do, other than wall of stone, but I don't think I have enough line of sight to put a
Definitely
wall in front
not.
of them. Yeah. So then, I guess I shall cast Fireball then, because that's kind of my biggest hitter.
Okay.
So I need them to make a Dex save,
Okay.
and of
Okay.
course I'm having to bonus action cast this because of action dash. Just thought I'd clarify.
Yeah, so just make sure you spend the points to quicken cast it.
Yep, I'm down to 5. I started this session with 9.
Okay. They got a 23 on their dex save.
Alright, so they'll take half, unless they have some sort of evasion or something.
Gonna be hard to tell from here.
I'll just use the roller. Let's see here. Alright, so the damage is 36 points of fire damage.
So 18.
Yep.
Okay.
And with that, I can't remember if I have 5 or 10 movement left.
You have 5.
Alright, I'll take one step to the north so as not to be blocking the pathway if somebody else wants to charge down there.
Okay. Which makes it Laromendis' turn.
Okay. I would like to move 5, 3 south of Raiken. And then if I can I see from there enough to take a hit?
From here? Yeah, you can shoot. Or do you
My,
want to be all
my
the way?
video is behind.
Do you want to be all the way down here?
Hold on, let me reload. Yeah, for a spot that I can currently see. I don't know if that's where you had me.
You said 3 south of Raiken.
Yep. That is a 27.
Hit.
Okay. So that is find some P8s. Oh, I have one hiding here. Very poor damage. 10 cold damage and just slowed by 10 feet till the start of my, or her speed is reduced by 10 feet till the start of my next turn.
Mm-hmm. Leah.
Yes, my turn. Oh boy. Do I see anything alive besides my party members? Because
No.
Really? Wow. Must be a lot in our way. I'm going to move closer then. Let's move 30 feet straight forward.
Okay. Still don't see anything new.
I'm going to teleport to the people and it's like, where's the last rider?
South of us.
I
Damn.
give an approximation of distance down the tunnel from me.
Well then. I'm not going to be able to catch that. I'm going to just wait here. What is that path next to me? Do I see far down that path?
I mean, with your vision, you can see to where it ends, so you can see that it terminates, and you think there might be an offshoot.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wait here in case it might return. From this point, I can at least see different angles, including that other path.
But, like, you know, this is all you know about that tunnel, is that it goes down and it maybe has an opening to the left, or the right as you face down it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know where it goes.
No. But I also don't know exactly where the creature is, so... That tunnel doesn't look big enough for a rider to go through, but it might be other mobs, so I'm gonna wait here and just watch over.
Okay, Jebel.
So Laromendis has. He's telepath that the rough location of the last rider.
He said it's, like 30 feet in front of him.
I can see Laromendis.
Yeah. Because you're big,
Okay.
so you can see over your allies.
Let me just see.
And he's generating light.
If I move with Earth Glide southwest once, and then the rest of my movement straight south, so that I'm keep my bearings by use of the wall into the tunnel.
So, 10 feet to go down below your allies. 15. 20. 25. 30. What do you have, 40?
I have 30 feet of movement.
30. So, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
5, 10, 15. Well, I'm earth gliding.
Mm-hmm.
So, earth gliding wouldn't use.
You need
10
to actually sink your entire body into the ground so that you go under your allies instead of killing them.
Yep.
So it's 10 feet straight down, and then it's the other 20 feet straight in the direction that you wanted to go.
Okay.
So you're inside the wall here.
Then I guess I'll double move.
Okay.
So another 30 south.
So after 15 more feet, you come to the edge of the wall and you begin to morph out of it, and you see the Drider directly in front of you. She is blocking your movement. Well, actually, I guess if you go 30, maybe 15, you'd be here, and you'd still be underground. If we just treat this as a plane for simplicity.
Yeah.
So, what are your senses?
While I am, let me just check.
You have tremor sense. So,
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah.
yeah. So you know, as you are moving under here, you can hear her walking above you, so you know you're under her.
Okay. I'll telepath back to everyone else that, yeah, I'm underneath her at the moment. Just around the corner, I think.
At this point, you're... yeah. Only says tremor sense. Vibrations. Unfortunately, the way it's worded doesn't sound like it gives you much of an idea of what the geometry of the stone above you is, but that's also weird.
I did say I was using the wall of the tunnel on the way down to orientate myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I presume that I'd be aware that I was at the other end of the tunnel.
I mean, you don't think that she can go through stone, so probable that it ended and there was a corner.
Point.
Anything else?
Spiders, man. Nope, not to do it.
Why is this not working? What? What the hell? Okay, that was weird. Okay. After Jebel is Raiken.
Okay. Raiken is going to move up. And if you can see the Drider. And first he'll use his bonus action to put the armor power onto the Drider now. And then attack. Actually, hold on. How far was that? I don't think I can
That was 30
reach her.
feet.
Oh, that was 30 feet. Okay, then I can attack. First one misses.
Okay.
Second one is a 22.
22 will hit.
Okay. Alright. First is 12 non-magical silvered slashing. Followed by 5 radiant.
Okay.
And that's it.
Righty. Then I believe it's Yukikaze's turn. Yukikaze.
Helps if I'm not muted because I was making noise. How far would I get with full movement?
Here, with 30 feet. Right above, right north of Raiken. Not able to attack. Or at least, not with a melee attack. Unless you lunging it.
Could lunging attack. Just to remind myself, because I haven't done it many times, so I'm a bit rusty on it. If I sheath my weapons and pull out a bow, I wouldn't be able to attack, right? Because the light here is pretty good because of Laromendis.
Right, Laromendis is generating light. You can either sheathe your weapons or draw a bow and then attack. So you could attack and then sheathe your weapons, or you could sheathe your weapons and draw a bow and do nothing, Or you could drop your weapons, which is nothing. They just hit the ground wherever you're standing. You pull out a bow, and you can attack with a bow. But isn't Hideo designed to be thrown?
Yeah. Yeah. It is. Doesn't mean I want to throw a sword.
Wait, then why did you design it that way?
It wasn't designed necessarily to be thrown. It was the objective of why I had it the way it was if ever I got disarmed or lost or thrown, I could bring it back to me. It was originally the concept.
Which just sounds like an extra feature of a thrown weapon.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I asked, like, if I threw it, would I still be able to use it? Because the original thought was just a weapon that would always be there for me. It would be my buddy.
Buddy sword. In any event, you could lunging attack.
Yeah. It's only one attack, though, because...
Isn't lunge just on the attack?
It is... Lunging attack is when you make a melee attack on your turn, you may expend a superiority die to add the total.
So if you wanted, you could spend
your reach of the attack.
If you wanted, you could spend up to 4 superiority dice on your turn, making every one of your attacks a lunging attack.
Also, having that later would be... Sorry, I'm taking a long turn. I apologize, guys. Oh, I get that after a short rest anyways. Alright, you want what I want to do?
I do want to know what you want to do.
Because if I throw here, Hideo... You know, I haven't used it, and I want to. So I'm going to move a little bit below. I want to make my movement so I'm below Laromendis. And then I'm going to use... I'm going to sheath my weapons, then use action surge to draw my bow, and then fire with it.
Do you want to be here?
Actually... Yeah, I want to use it. Screw it. Yep, right there. Down one more. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Because this thing can move fast, and I know it's going to get out of range and be quick, so I want to be able to shoot it multiple times. So, I am going to draw my bow and then fire at it.
So you dropped your swords somewhere during this run?
No, I'm going to sheath them, action surge to draw my bow and be able to fire with it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that works.
Now, does the multi-attack count with the... No, it's melee for... Yeah, it's... My attacks per action are not just melee oriented.
Your attacks per action are any attack you make. So
Okay.
if you have a bow and you have 3 attacks per action, you can shoot 3 arrows.
Okay.
Remember that you shoot with dexterity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well...
Actually, do you have the strength bow?
I do.
Then you shoot with strength.
18 will probably not hit.
And 18 will not hit.
And my other one was 16, so that won't hit. Alright. I really need to practice my bow more.
Yeah, one more.
20? I think I missed before.
20 will hit.
Alright, sweet. 5 piercing damage. Oh, yeah, 5 piercing.
5 piercing. Okay. An arrow.
Oh, wait. Sorry. 9 piercing. I can't add.
9 piercing damage. An arrow. 2 arrows whistle by as she seems to be struggling to try and get away. And the last one hits her in the back. Anything else? Is that it?
That'll be all.
Okay. Then that makes it Vendar's turn.
Ooh, my turn. I'll run down towards Laromendis and where they are all chasing it. See if I can see it.
Just make sure that you're marking off arrows and poison ticks each time you attack in this way, because they're still being expended.
I am.
Okay. I think that even from moving only 15, you would have the ability to hit her over your allies.
Okay.
Because she is large.
And she looks quite hurt, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
Alright, then I'm not going to use poison.
Okay.
Ooh, I crit!
She's probably dead.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's 49 fire damage.
Very extremely dead. You draw back the bowstring, and as you release it, there's just this explosion of fiery energy, and what seems almost like a mini fireball flies through the air and completely engulfs the spider in flame. There is the hissing of flesh and hair burning, and you see the legs writhing and shriveling, and the tunnel fills with the acrid smell of burnt corpse and bug.
Nice.
He is dead. Jebel, you are aware of the sound of a corpse dropping above you. Initiative is terminated.
Oh, I make sure that I go and pick up my gun that I dropped earlier in the combat, because I don't want to forget that.
Here's hoping.
And I'll make sure it's reloaded, too.
So, yes, initiative is over. Jibble, you are buried in the ground, but aware of what happened thanks to your tremor sense. What do you want to do?
I'm going to telepath to the rest of the group. I think I'll stay in this form until time runs out, or until we reach our destination. Might be prudent not to waste it.
We should check on Schultz, make sure he's okay.
I go over to him and then check him out. I'll check up on him, I guess.
Okay. Bender, you're going to be making your way to your gun, which is way back past Schultz, but Leah's closer. So, Leah, you get to the cave entrance, and Schultz is, like, trying... You can tell that he's trying to make himself look like a corpse. He's just laying prone on the ground, trying to be as still as possible.
But I can tell he's alive.
After a couple seconds of studying him, yes.
You hurt?
Let me check his health. He will not respond at first. Are you going to do anything after he does not respond?
No. Okay. Yes, I've sigh and roll my eyes so that lightly kick his foot. Dude, I know you're awake.
Going to whimper and shift slightly. You'll just
There-
do not call attention to child. He does not wish to die.
They're all dead. We took care of it.
After a short pause, he says, "All of them? You're sure?"
Positive.
He's going to, like, slowly push himself into a sitting position and, like, look up the tunnel and then back toward you. Say, "The masters are insane. Why would you take on those beasts?"
Better than the alternatives.
You
Says we could
should
try
have
this before.
run.
We avoided running from worse enemies.
He's going to consider you for a moment and then kind of arrange his jacket a bit and reach a hand up toward you. Help
I'll
the
help
old man to his feet.
Yeah, I helped him up. Just making sure he doesn't pickpocket me as I do.
What's your
Put them
passive?
forward. Where is it? 85. My passive is 16, but I know, you know, if I actively look for him, wouldn't I?
No, he doesn't seem to try anything.
Okay. I looked at inside and not perception, but it's the same number.
Hmm. Patrols like that get more frequent closer to the cities. We'll need to be careful.
Yeah.
You've marked yourself, Master.
Guys like us would stick out and down here anyway.
No, I mean, they'll be after you actively. You destroyed two lost projects. He is not a forgiving goddess.
We'll keep a watch out.
Daniel! He quickly pulls his jacket open. This limp lizard comes out. No! Daniel! Daniel! And he starts, like, patting it on the back. Oh, no. Like, turning him over in his hands, looking for injuries. Come on, Daniel! After a moment, the lizard's eye is going to open. Look at him. Oh! You had me worried, you scamp. I'm gonna place the lizard back in his pocket. I thought they'd
You're the same kind.
Hmm?
Nah, if he didn't hear me, I walk off.
Does that mean you're worried about me?
I have already walked off. And wanted to check out on Raiken and the others. I lost interest in this guy.
So Vendar, now that there's nobody in the way, you can get past to get at your, gun.
Okay, good. Yes. Make sure I have that. It's all loaded up and ready to shoot again.
Are you injured from this fight?
Not from this fight.
Okay.
I was still injured from the fight before that I had with what's his name.
So you're just gonna stand in that tunnel for a minute, just rearming the musket?
For an action.
Are you informing the rest of us that you're reloading the sound machine in the tunnel?
Why would I
With
do
the
that?
intent to shoot it again?
Why would I do that?
I see. It's true. Why would you?
That's true. I guess it's still kind of ringing in the ears.
I will, via telepathy, say, is there something that we should do with the bodies? A side tunnel to shove them in so that they won't necessarily be noticed immediately by other patrols?
I don't
Can we
think it'll
incinerate
matter.
them?
If they were part spider, there's a chance they're already aware of their destruction.
Do spiders have high mind?
When it comes to loth, they might as well.
Right after saying that, I realized Leah might not know that word, but fuck it, now I said it. She have read a lot of books, she might have come across it.
Some insects have.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure spiders don't, but...
Spiders are not
But I'm-
insects.
That's true.
Do not have hive mind.
There might be arthropods to have, as far as I know, but...
Gross. Alright. Schult's going to come out of the tunnel as, I'm certain that Vendar just sort of, like, steps over him and does not address him.
So, I'm hurt. I'm very hurt. I either need a chance to rest, which we can't do here, or some healing.
I thought we
can
might have
use-
lost you again.
I can use the rod, but it'll take all of its charges and probably then some to get me back in fighting shape.
Speedy
Raiken
speedy healing after going down again.
will go to Cyrus and heal him for 30 points with lay on hands.
For how many?
30.
30.
Okay, I heard 3, so I'm glad I double checked.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
You don't have that
Little
much
tingle
HP.
for you.
Have that big of a pool, do you?
I have a pretty good pool.
We need to keep moving, masters.
I'm going to use 3 charges from the Rod of Healing.
Someone created a very loud noise earlier that would have rung for... Well, there's no real knowing.
I believe I will telepath this again. I believe that we should, at least if we do not do anything to the bodies, strip the soldier of his sword, as it seemed odd and worth investigation,
Yes.
and possibly just hiding somewhere, at least to get out of their hands.
Hey, packed quite a punch.
If it's magic, we can just break it down for residuum, right?
The sword is still gripped in the hand of the corpse, which is in 2 pieces. 1 hand on each piece.
The sword's in 2 pieces?
No, the body is in 2 pieces.
Okay,
Ha
that makes more sense. Cleaves them into...
I would have liked to be able to speak with the chap. Feel like it could have been useful, but I begin attempting to pry the fingers off of the sword.
Okay. One by one, you uncurl his fingers. Rigor is only just barely beginning to set in, as it's only been a minute. Or 5. Ash's daylight is going to run out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to retrieve the arrows unless they seem to like go really far. Then I'm not gonna try to retrieve my arrows that I shot.
As you, okay. How many did you shoot? 3?
Yeah.
You retrieve 2 of them.
Okay.
There is still this darkness curling around the blade as you remove the sword from his grip, curling back the fingers one at a time. And as the last finger comes free and you're able to take the blade fully into your own hands, suddenly the blade of this sword is going to shatter, and there's going to be a dark void in front of you that the shards all seem to get pulled into very suddenly. There we go. Actually, I wonder if I would... Give me just a second to check my...
I forget. I never added Laromendis' quiver to my item list. Was there anything special about your quiver that you gave me, Laromendis?
It was considerably older than you.
That was okay. Alright.
Okay. I don't know. Oh well. Oh, right. Sorry. Just needed to get this create. So, there is a dark void that opens, and all of the glistening shards of the blade get pulled into it, such that you're now just holding the hilt by its finger guard in your offhand. And the void grows and grows before you and takes the form of this creature. And it stares down at you with coal-black eyes in the darkness and says in a rough, low growl, "You have freed me from my prison. To what do I owe the pleasure?"
Huh. He says aloud. What language does it speak?
He would be speaking in Undercommon, but as you do not respond immediately intelligibly, he's going to switch to Abyssal. Do you understand Abyssal?
I do not understand Abyssal.
So he says something in a terrifying language.
Damn it, if only it was infernal.
I suppose he will speak in... I suppose he would speak in common. To voice in the sky, he had said, "You have freed me from my prison. To what do I owe the pleasure?"
Yes.
Can I identify what this creature is?
You may roll Knowledge Planes, Arcana.
That is poor. Which is a 21.
You are aware that this is a demon from the abyss. You are aware because you have faced these... No. You've not faced these with the party. The party did face these once, though. But you know that this is a demon of Tenebrae, a demon of shadow.
Where am I right now?
Over here with Vendar.
But why am I still there?
Because it's where you are.
Last time I spoke, I said I wanted to catch up with Raiken and the others. Guess you only dragged me that far.
There were things going on. In any event.
But I don't see the shadow, do I?
There's these big floor-to-ceiling stalagmite, stalactite columns of stone between you and it.
Okay.
Though, no. These red squares don't completely, but pretty well block line of sight across them.
So in common, Laromendis will say, "That's an interesting way to achieve that behavior. That's very dangerous."
The mortal tongue is distasteful to me. What can I offer you for your service?
What would be a reasonable kind of...
Well, I'm in range to hear this, right? So, telepath, I'll be like, well, we're not gonna like entrap this thing. He's trying to help us. Why don't we just say he cloaks us until we get to our destination?
I believe that would be a useful request.
We'll just...
Would, how far are we? Would you be able to help us stay hidden for a time?
You will pledge your life to me, and I will do anything necessary to keep you alive. Servant.
Telepathy? Yeah, that's not good.
What is going on? I can't see.
There is a demon which wishes to make a trade for my soul, which I'm quite fond of.
Choose, or I will end you, mortal.
Remember, Zephyr. This reminds me of that. It's not good.
I think we should just kill it.
Given my knowledge of the planes, demons don't usually like to make pacts like that. I would have assumed that would be more of a devil thing.
He wants you to serve him.
Yeah, I don't particularly want to do that.
He didn't necessarily offer his services to you.
Yeah.
You make a good point, but upon closer inspection of his wording, it does not very well resemble a devil's pact. Someone's breathing very heavily on their mic.
Does not know how to turn the demon down lightly.
Would I be able to get line of sight if I were to move to where I could like be looking diagonally between the two red squares?
Yes.
Would I be able to melee attack between them?
Are you going to try?
It depends on if he would be expecting it or not, because I'd like to try and use my ability to just start this.
Oh, the moment you enter that square, before you attack, he's going to attack you.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say telepathy. Why don't you just like ask him to leave since we freed him? It's like we freed you. Just leave. That's what I wanted to say telepathy wise.
Then we let a demon out.
You can say that as Cyrus is stepping into that square and getting attacked, I suppose.
You can. You're going to notice that a shadowy claw just seems to come through the stone, Cyrus, and swipe at you. For a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright, you will receive 10 points of psychic damage.
Oh, that's an uncommon one.
Not when dealing with these things.
Cyrus getting rid of all his HP. He just got that.
Not all, just, you know, a fifth.
Well, you got time.
I am not dealing with you. I am dealing with him. He does not appear as though he's going to continue fighting. This seems to have been... I'm going to let you know now. He does not seem to be, like, entering into an engagement with you. This was like a warning shot.
Alright.
But if you want to attack him, you can.
No, I'm gonna, at least not the way I was going to. I'm gonna back up, so where I can still see him, but not where I'll be within reach.
I'm drawing a blank on the demon we fought before. Or... what was the one we fought before?
You weren't in the party when that happened.
Okay.
That's a reason for you to draw a blank.
A very long time ago.
Yeah. That was near when Rowan joined.
This... so I'll say telepathy, this is a big nasty. Are we even able to beat it?
It was shortly before when Rowan joined.
Yeah, I mean...
No, I was in the Shadow Demon encounter. It was right before we went in the tunnel, leaving the city, going towards the docks. It's the one encounter where everyone fell on Leah.
That's not where I remember them.
I'm remembering
I remember them in the forest.
Yeah, that's the one
I joined.
I was thinking of the one in the forest with the first two necromancers.
Yeah, that's
must have
when
happened
I
twice,
joined
'cause
Derek.
I
That's
know
a
I
year
was-
before you.
Because I know I was in one of them.
That's
at least.
fine.
I kind of remember encountering them twice.
I don't remember either of those.
In any event. You have had a suggestion made by Yukikaze, and you just watched this thing reach through solid stone to attack someone who was trying to sneak up behind it.
Mm-hmm. And so Yukikaze's suggestion had been basically like, no thanks, but you're free, you can go on your way, have a fun time.
Wait, while this is happening, I also want to, like, start my know your enemy, by the way.
Okay.
If a minute passes by. Okay, continue, Laromendis, sorry.
And then Vendar had telepathed back, like, nah, it's a demon, we need to, destroy it because it's dangerous or something along those lines.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, I think we should just kill it.
I'm in agreement with Vendar. I'll say as I'm stepping, to the northwest, or east, northeast. I can't forget those straight.
That seems like an extreme expenditure of resources to do. I think it's probably best to see if it will just go on its way. Out loud, Laromendis will say, I have no desire to enter into any kind of arrangement like that with you, but you have your freedom from the sword now and can go on your way.
His eyes burn brightly in the darkness, and he brings his face very close to yours, and you can smell this, rank odor coming from him as he speaks over these large fangs in the common tongue. He says, "Mortals become less interesting as time goes on. Pray, mortal, that we do not meet again." And he's going to begin sinking into the floor in front of you, just straight through the living stone. And as he does so, he reaches out with one claw, and you can feel it pass within millimeters of your face, almost like stroking your cheek as it descends. And you just feel this icy coldness wash over your mind.
Well, that was disconcerting.
Should
Yeah,
have killed it. we're gonna run into that thing again later, and it's gonna be way more powerful.
Yeah, but like, could we even kill something like that? The thing.
We've killed him before.
I've never killed one before.
Well, we have. It was a long time ago, so we can kill one now.
What can even hurt something that's like a...
We should walk and talk.
Yes, I agree. Did a minute pass while that is happening, Chris? I could
Yes.
still, like...
What do you? What does your know your enemy usually tell you?
It lets me do one thing. It lets me know one thing about the enemy.
Okay.
It was just on it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. If you spend at least a minute observing or interacting with another creature outside of combat, you can learn information about its capabilities compared to your own. Strength score, dex score, constitution score, armor class, current HP, total level, class levels, if any. Fighter class levels, if any. So...
Pick one of those things, and I will tell you one.
Let's see. For how strong it is, I wonder if I want to know HP or armor class. Total class levels, if any. I would just do current HP. I'm curious how much health that thing had.
It had 66 points.
Oh, okay. That wasn't actually that much. Alrighty. That's all I get then. Okay. I was just curious. But if its armor class is high, that could have been difficult. And also could hit like a truck.
Oh, you know somebody who got hit by it. Maybe he can tell you how truck-like it was.
Wasn't great.
What?
Anyways, okay, so we're walking and proceeding, right? Our little,
After you.
our little buddy is leading the way again.
The masters are completely insane. Speak so casually with such creatures.
This time I cannot approve on it. I'm very much against all kinds of creatures like that for reasons. I would have fought it if I could.
For me, I didn't know what we were up against, guys, so I was wary, especially after just finishing a fight, and Cyrus getting heavily injured.
I didn't see it, but I heard demon, and that's what Zephyr is. I don't trust any demons.
There is a low-pitch echo that runs through tunnel as you say the name Zephyr, and
I said it telepathically, I thought.
We did not. You were just talking to Chult. I had no way of knowing you would switch to. No. You were just talking to Chult, and you did not declare speaking telepathically after that.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant to, but I didn't say
Well, you
it.
didn't.
No, because because I thought Raiken spoke telepathically to me, so that's why I thought I'd reply to him telepathically.
No, that was me talking, and I would be moving to our little guy to get us to have him start leading the way.
Yeah, because I would not want to talk about Zephyr near Celts. I would have said that telepathically or not at all.
You said it out loud.
Alright. What's done is... Alright, what happened. Okay. So what happens because of that, you said?
There is a low pitch noise that echoes through the tunnel, and as the sound bounces and overlaps, it seems to form what your brain is telling you is a low, menacing laugh.
Alright, yeah. Anyways, we shouldn't be lingering, guys. We need to... I'll speak this telepathically, since I already would be getting to our guide to get us moving, and Lara said to go also. It's just it's also better that we didn't fight the demon to prolong our time in this location, if it would have taken us a while to defeat it. Not that I would agree to letting it go because it is a demon, but we need to proceed forward. And that was all telepath. Any problems with that? Anyone speaking up at all?
Nope.
Alright,
I think we should have killed it, but you know, what's done is done.
I think I'll Earthlight away. So I can...
Well, Laromendis, as telepathically, I'm gonna make that clear this time. Can you explain how it looked like?
I describe it. I imagine that it wasn't a particularly clear form to me, as it was shadow in dark vision with eyes.
Primarily what stood out were the cold eyes that glowed in the dark, but you could make out that whatever form it was truly taking appeared to be a torso with long arms that ended in claws. It did not seem to walk on feet, it appeared to float, and it had what looked like wings, though they did not flap. They appeared to be vestigial. And you know that it was able to reach straight through solid stone, attack someone on the other side.
Do I need to roll anything to see if I recognize that description?
Arcana.
Okay. I mean, since I've fought it before.
History.
Oh. Wow, Arcana would actually be better, but okay, whatever. 9 in history.
If you've faced these things before, you don't recall his description isn't triggering your memory of the thing.
Oh, okay.
It sounds unfamiliar and scary.
Yeah. If anything, though, it doesn't sound Zephyr-like, so that puts me a little at ease. Because he only appeared to me more humanoid-looking. So Leah at this point is well aware that every time she saw him, he was likely in a like that. There's a chance that wasn't his actual form, because he only showed himself to her through like enchanted reflections in mirrors and in dreams, which can very easily be altered. So she don't know how he actually looks like, and is aware of that. As far as she knows, it does not look like that. So.
As you press on through the darkness, wary of each new sound that comes at you down these passages, echoing and indistinct in its source, Chult will be muttering to himself as he leads on, and eventually he'll appear to address, he'll raise his voice enough that Yukikaze, you feel as though you're being addressed, even though he doesn't look at you. He says, Daniel reckons that it's still another half-day's walk to get where you're trying to go. We should stop. Not here, not here. Daniel knows a place.
So I'll speak telepathically and communicate to everyone that he wants to stop at a place he knows because we still have a half-day walk. For everyone that couldn't hear.
Sounds like a plan. I'm still fairly hurt after the fight. I could use a rest.
And I will, so everyone's in agreement?
I believe having some time to rest before we enter the city is a wise course of action.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this is a good location, though.
He said
Yeah.
up here.
He's leading us somewhere, so I will communicate to him that yes, that sounds fine.
Chult knows a place safe enough if you can keep your weapons sheathed.
All right, and I'll say that telepathy. He says we need to keep our weapons sheathed.
Why is that? Like, do me a favor and ask him that, Yukikaze.
If that won't reach him, then yeah, I'll convey that to Shelt. Why is that, Shelt?
Neutral ground.
Okay. Neutral ground, he says, Cyrus. Telepathically.
Just let Chult do the talking. He knows these people.
I'm not liking the sound of that, but I suppose we don't really have much of a choice. He's our guide, after all.
And still telepathically. Do you guys think that there's a chance these guys might be following the name of that goddess? I forgot the name.
Illustray?
Yeah.
Are you asking that telepathically?
Yes.
Well, we know our phrase that we can say to inquire without being too suspicious.
You're
We haven't tried that.
If the
We haven't
neutral
tried that with
ground
shots. But,
is run by them?
It's hard to say. Well,
oh, like
you know
these
that
friendly shots.
the passwords you were given will work once you are among the Shade Walkers.
okay, so if we see a shade walker, then we can know that. And everyone knows what they look like, so. Alright, well, I don't hear any voices speaking up against this, so we will proceed.
I think.
Remind me how the Shade Walkers look like.
Yukikaze describes their symbol to you, which their soldiers would wear.
Okay.
I don't have a description for it,
Okay, yeah, okay, that's fine.
but
So,
you have
so
a description that would make it recognizable if you saw it.
Okay, yeah, so it's like a symbol there. Yeah, I'll keep my eye out for that. We haven't seen that symbol on shells, I assume.
Not so far. It looks like an hourglass with a pair of lines down the center that become closer as they move toward the bottom, almost like a V within the hourglass. And at the top of the hourglass is a crescent with its curve facing up.
Okay.
Oh, it fills in? I was hoping for just lines. Unfortunate. Sort of like that. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I hear you.
Sort of like that. Cool.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha. I didn't know where to look at first, so we looked at the Discord. But oh yeah, that's all right.
It will take you about another hour of walking to get there. It is quite late at this point, and you are wanting for sleep. Are you going to make them stop so that you can renew the telepathic bond?
I would like to, yes.
Okay.
Would that hour of walking count as a
No,
short rest?
It
or is
would
it
very
too
much not.
Too strenuous. Got it. Okay.
None of the
Figured,
walking
but-
counts as a short rest. You're being pushed on at a brisk pace.
I didn't expect it would, but since I need one, thought I'd ask.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just letting you know that while you're following the guide, he is, and the party is also wanting to move at a quick pace to try and get where they're going, especially since you don't know where it is. It's not restful. But you take 10 minutes amidst it to renew telepathic bond. You continue through deep and winding passages, now and again coming out into larger chambers, some massive, spanning what looks like it goes out beyond the edge of your dark vision, but you see lights in the distance from fungi and from vents that seem like they could be a mile away. And then back into narrow tunnels again. Eventually, Chult will slow the party, and he'll point ahead with his pickaxe, and leaning to Yukikaze, he'll say, "Just ahead. That chamber there. We call it the Gulch." Just stay behind me and look friendly.
I hope relating looks friendly.
Put on a happy smile.
You kind of like see him lick his fingers and run it through his hair, straighten his coat out a little bit, check the bandage on his arm. All right, just follow my lead. Don't speak unless they directly ask you a question.
Who are these people?
I assume you're asking out loud.
Yeah, yeah, I'm asking him.
They're neutral, or as neutral as you get down here. They'll deal with any of the houses of Drow, provided there's no trickery. Of course, there is trickery. It's the way things work down here. But until bloodshed, it is assumed that the best of intentions here. So, just relax, be cool. They say that on the surface?
Yeah. I
Weird.
guess.
Okay. He's going to begin marching forward. And he picks up his pace a little. And as he gets a little bit ahead of you and comes out of the tunnel, you can see out the end of the tunnel that it opens up again into another larger cavern. And, like, down a slight slope in what looks to be what you could describe as a valley, as there is water running down. You can see illuminated by many mushrooms, and these seem to be cultivated with according to the proximity that they're growing. They're not scattered and sparse like elsewhere in the caverns. This place seems deliberately illuminated, and so you can follow the path of this as far as it can be called river, as it passes by what looks like a series of 3 or 4 structures shaped of the stone. The interesting thing is that one of them has a sloped top and markings in the stone that seem to resemble the shingling of a building you might see on the surface. You can see that there is a lantern hung on the front of this particular building, and while you can't make it out from this far away, there does seem to be a sign on it.
Does it say anything?
As I said, you can't make it out from this distance.
Yeah, but okay, yeah.
The cavern expands around you as you exit the side tunnel, and the ceiling lifts up and away from you, eventually lifting out of the range of your dark vision. And as you get closer and closer to this building, you can hear the burble of the water as it passes by these buildings. You begin to hear the low drone of voices filtering out of the buildings. Now and again, you can catch the silhouette of someone passing from one building to another. As I said, there are 3 buildings here. And as you get closer, you can make out this sign that seems to be wood slats nailed together and painted, and it appears to be an image of like a stone canyon that's glittering with like gold and red points of reflectivity, and painted above that, revealed by the lantern illuminating it, seems to be what looks to be a rainbow. And beneath this, it just says, in Undercommon, the Gulch. As you approach, you can see the forms of what look to be dwarves and elves moving between the buildings, as well as gnomes. Coming in closer, you can actually smell cooking. If you didn't know better, you would almost say this was a tavern on the surface. It looks like it was modeled to resemble that. And as you approach the building, suddenly a voice hisses out from the roof of it, and a spider body slams to the ground, calling in Undercommon, as a Drider screams in the dark, "Lightbringers! To arms! To arms!"
That doesn't sound peaceful.
And Schultz will quickly turn back toward Yukikaze and shake his head vigorously twice before turning back and holding up both of his hands.
Don't do anything, guys. Just chill. Just chill.
Puts up his hands and says, No! Don't worry. It's me. I've brought these Lightbringers, and they have agreed not to bring any light. He's going to point at you with his pickaxe, kind of turn towards you and, like, raise his head up and down in a very emphasized yes gesture.
I'll nod my head yes.
I'll kind of just like would raise my hands so that to show that be non-intimidating.
I smile and curtsy.
They're not here to start any war with you. Is Halgir in? Get him out here. I can explain the situation to him. Then you will see her, like, slowly letting the tension off of a bowstring in her hands, and looking disbelieving at this gnome, this deep gnome. Says, Schultz? What are you doing around here? Says, playing tour guide. Now, these people just want a bite and a place to rest their heads. Again, all peaceful here, all peaceful. They patched me up. He points at the bandage on his arm. He raises it next to his head. No harm is meant. It can be avoided. And slowly the Drider will back up. And you'll see that she backs up to the door and pushes it open with one of her spider legs, and then just sort of leans her elven torso toward the door a bit and says, Halgir, there's some people that want to talk to you. Schultz says they're okay. From inside here. Schultz! Schultz, I haven't seen him. When was the last time we saw him? Oh, whatever. You hear bustling, and the door opens wider. The Drider moves out of the way, and a white-haired dwarf comes out of the building and into the light of the lantern. In the light of the lantern, you can see that he has dark yellow eyes and ashen gray skin to complement his white hair. And he looks at Schultz, smiling, and then he sees the rest of you. And you can see that his smile fades. Schultz, what is this? Schultz kind of dances from one foot to the other with his hands still over his head. Halgir, these are some surfers who wanted to can see the Underdark a bit. I've been contracted as their guide. I told them that they could find respite here. Don't make Chelt a liar now. I told them they can't use their weapons. They said okay. And I am, and he like sort of half turns back to you and enunciates, inclined to believe that they mean that truthfully.
That is the truth.
Begin nodding.
Yeah, I look confused at all the guys and then I nod.
Well, it isn't often we get surfers down here. He's gonna quickly look around, and he's going to, prod the Drider, tapping on her abdomen a couple times, and she's going to look down at him, nod quickly, and she's going to open her mouth, and you're going to hear the hissing of escaping air, almost like she's trying to screech, but it's not vibrating her vocal cords quite right. And after several seconds of this very strange noise she's making, she's going to stop and nod at him, and then climb back on top of the building, disappearing on the other side of the eaves. This is the dwarf with brings his hands up in a placating gesture, palms towards you, and says, "All right, well, that should get us some privacy at least. Come in. You're going to have to tell me exactly what is going on here, because this will be quite a story."
I am actively looking for the symbol, and everywhere, just see if I can spot anything of it.
Okay. What is your passive?
16.
You don't see the symbol of the Shadewalkers anywhere.
Okay.
This place's only symbol appears to be its sign, which looks to you like a sun-bathed canyon that is being mined for ore with a rainbow above it. And the words in Undercommon written in the Elvish script, which say, "The Gulch." He holds the door open and signals you, waves you inside. Chult is going to quickly turn towards you and nod once, then turn back toward him and kind of scamper up inside, placing his pickaxe back in his belt. Oh, 10:30 already.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess we'll just have to find out what's inside the Gulch next time. Let me see here. Okay. Each of you will please receive 1,840 experience.
That's a lot.
That's indeed a lot.
1,840.
That is for the...
349 XP from level 1.
I got the
More
doctor level.
Drows.
I'm level 13 now.
Hey, ding.
Congrats.
What is level 13? I imagine I'm still a couple thousand short.
2,500.
120,000.
Yep, I need 4,000 more.
I need.
Alright. So, you survived your encounter. You did not get to interrogate any of the aggressors. But Schultz says he has found you respite for the evening. So hopefully that's true.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but I mean, Tiny Hut is a useful spell anyway, as well as Alarm. Both very useful spells. I love them lots.
Never leave home without him.
I mean, I did once when I got rid of my spellbook for an unfortunate amount of time.
You felt so naked at that time.
It was worth the... It was worth it. Do not regret that decision.
Alright, good job, guys. We will see you next week. Same time, same place.
Hey, is he taking us for a long rest?
Maybe.